Most British police officers, except in Northern Ireland, are not routinely armed. Instead, they rely on specially trained Authorised Firearms Officers, AFO, to attend incidents where firearms are necessary. Specialist firearms officers are usually trained to a higher standard than AFOs, because they are likely to be required to enter besieged premises. The vast majority of firearms used by British police are semi-automatic. Police use of force regarding firearms was governed by the Association of Chief Police Officers, ACPO, dissolved 2015. Weapons used by Home Office police forces. Firearms used by police officers vary between police forces in the UK. The Chief Constable and Police Authority of each force decides the number of firearms officers and type of police firearms available. In 2010, 5.56mm caliber carbines were widely introduced in case an attack similar to the 2008 Mumbai attacks. Submachine guns. A firearms officer of the Metropolitan Police Service guarding Downing Street with a MP5 SVA3 semi-automatic carbine. It has an EO Tech 512 holographic sight attached. Heckler and Koch MP5, used by various forces, including the Metropolitan Police since 1977, 19720, Thames Valley Police, Greater Manchester Police, 22, Cheshire Police and North Wales Police Alliance Armed Policing Unit, Sussex Police, Surrey Police 24, and West Midlands Police, includes fixed stock A2, retractable stock A3, and compact MP5K variants, with the Metropolitan Police also having access to suppressed versions. While normally issued in semi-automatic MP5 SF form, select fire versions are available. Heckler and Koch MP7 shotguns. Remington 870 shotgun, used by Greater Manchester Police. 8283 Benelli M3 Super 90, used by Metropolitan Police firearms officers since 2004. 784-85 Benelli Nova and Supernova, used by Essex Police. 18 unidentified pump-action shotguns used by Cheshire Police and North Wales Police Alliance Armed Policing Unit 86, and West Midlands Police. 87 riot guns. West Midlands Police issue L104 baton gun with L18 sight. Heckler and Koch HK69A1 L104A1/A2 37mm riot gun for baton rounds, used by Metropolitan Police, Kent Police, South Wales Police, Dyfed-Powys Police, Hampshire, and Thames Valley Police. Armed Response, Lancashire Constabulary, Northumbria Police, 12, and Essex Police, 18, used with attenuating energy projectile and discriminating irritant projectile rounds. Northern Ireland. Unlike territorial police forces in England, Scotland, and Wales, as well as the Garda Síochána in the neighbouring Republic of Ireland, all Police Service of Northern Ireland officers are trained to use firearms and are routinely armed while on duty. 93, as were those of the preceding Royal Ulster Constabulary, many officers also carry firearms while off duty. 94, historically, RUC officers were issued with the Ruger Speed 6 revolver from 1979 onwards and had access to the Sterling submachine gun and the Ruger AC 556 select fire rifle until these were replaced by the Heckler and Koch MP5 submachine gun and the Heckler and Koch G3 and Heckler and Koch HK 3395 rifles between 1992 and 1995, with the PSNI inheriting the Speed 6 revolvers and the Heckler and Koch weapons upon its formation in 2001. The Speed 6 revolvers were subsequently superseded by the Glock 17 pistol from 2002 onwards, 96-97, while Heckler and Koch G36 variants were acquired to supplement earlier Heckler and Koch weapons. 2798, L104 riot guns are available for crowd control purposes. 99 historical firearms. In the past, police have been issued Webley Revolver 124 Beretta M 1951 selected as the standard sidearm of the Metropolitan Police's Special Branch and Royalty Protective Officers in 1954 125 Lee Enfield Rifles 126 Sten Gun 127 Sterling Mark 6 Police Semi-Automatic only version of the Sterling SMG. Smith & Wesson Model 10 revolver used in the 1970s and 1980s by the Metropolitan Police 85, and Surrey Constabulary 24. Among others. Smith & Wesson Model 36 revolver used in the 1970s by Surrey Constabulary Detectives and Special Branch. 24 Parker Hale Safari Sniper Rifle used in the 1970s and 1980s by Surrey Constabulary. 24 Browning High Power Handgun used in the 1980s by Surrey Constabulary. 24 Ruger Mini 14 Rifle used in the 1980s by Surrey Constabulary. 24 Remington 870 used by the Metropolitan Police prior to the adoption of the Benelli M3 in 2004-85, and in the 1980s by Surrey Constabulary. 24 Smith & Wesson Mod 66.357 Magnum Revolver used in the past by West Mercia Constabulary, 128 Steyr August variant used by Gloucestershire Constabulary. 129 HK53 used by Strathclyde Police prior to being merged with all other Scottish police forces into Police Scotland. 130 MP5 used by West Midlands Police prior to the adoption of the Sig Sauer Sig 516. 131 G36 used by West Midlands Police prior to the adoption of the Sig Sauer Sig 516. 132 References. Grenades. Stun grenade,